Hello everyone! I don't know if you heard, but one of my favorite games is getting a sequel, and another one of my favorite games is getting a prequel! Hello everyone, and welcome to Where I Go On, just like so many other Let's Players and other YouTubers, and we go and talk about how hyped we are for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity! Okay, I think I got it out of my system. I hope. I don't know. What do you expect from me? This is Hyrule Warriors. If you're not aware, it's absolutely incredible game where you go around slaughtering millions, and if it's anything like the previous one, then you're going to be completely overpowered one character. Please let it be Mipha. Please let Mipha be overpowered. Because seriously, Sheik and the water barrier, way OP. Anyways, so I'm here just to talk about it, to discuss about it, to get everybody else hyped about it. So, I want to hear the comments. What are you most hyped about? Anyways, so let's go through this. You're going to be seeing a lot of footage from the old game because I'm too excited and I can't get my whole thing to record audio and everything, so I can't show you the full video and everything from Nintendo. Anyways, so what am I excited about, first of all, is that we're getting a huge prequel to Breath of the Wild. And we're doing this without getting any worrying about how Breath of the Wild 2 is going to turn out. We don't have to worry about that only being a prequel and not seeing the sequel. I don't know about all you, but I am so excited to see Dehydrated Ganon. See, I'm talking so fast, I'm so excited. I am so excited to see Dehydrated Ganon. But now, instead, we get to see the champions and possibly the fall of them. So, what does this mean? I mean, we saw Urbosa fighting off a bunch of Yiga. I mean, are we going to be seeing Revali going off and going into the air? Or is that going to be one of his special moves? I mean, could you imagine actually seeing Urbosa's Fury, Revali's Gale, and all these other things? I mean, Mipha's Kindness will probably just be a revive or something like that. Okay, so let's back this all up here. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I haven't even written a script. I'm so excited. So what do we expect to see from a Hyrule Warriors game? Well, any Dynasty Warriors game if you're not aware of the Dynasty Warriors formula, which I'm still not, because I'm a Hyrule Warriors fan and that's just about it. I'm a sucker for a Zelda, I know. So we are hoping to see a big cast of characters that you can play as. And usually we get to play as both the villains and the heroes. So we're going to be able to see maybe playing as a Yiga clan. Especially if we get to play as those big old brutes that, you know, take an ancient arrow to tail, or just one-shot you because Yiga clan. Which means hopefully that we get to pick up bananas as hearts, I might add. I mean, we might be able to play as a Moblin, maybe? I don't know. I'd assume those would be more like enemy commanders. But I would hope to see the Guardian be either A, a playable character, or B, be a big part of the story where they flip between Guardian and Guardian. You know? They would be an incredible boss battle. So, I don't know. I could see them going either way. So we're going to obviously see Link. We've already seen evidence of Zelda, and it looks like she's going to be using the Sheikah Slate until we probably unlock her goddess form later on in the story. And so hopefully when we have all that, they'll also give us extra maps where we'll be playing, you know, just free play. And it won't be any part of the canon story or anything. It'll just be more and more free play like we had in the previous games with all the different maps. That being said, I'm not sure how they intend to bring a lot of canon story while still delivering a lot of DLC like this game did. I mean, Hyrule Warriors Original, it had a ridiculous amount of content. I mean, thousands of hours worth, if you're not very good like I'm not. And that's even with Sheik, and all the OP and cheapness. So, I mean, there's a lot of good questions that are going to go into this. The main one, I feel, is the content, is that I'm worried about. Because I really want to see a lot of big maps. I want to be able to go and see Lon Lon Ranch. I want to go see all these outpost ruins and everything else that we had before. You know, that we've only seen the ruins of. Can you imagine how cool it's going to be to see all this stuff? I mean, what if we get to see Kakariko Village as it was 100 years ago? Are we going to be able to see Impa as a kid? Or, how about her sister? I want to say Purah, but I know that's completely false because I've got Crash on the mind. because we just got announced that Tana is playable in Crash. It's been a crazy day, everyone, and I'm just like going out of my mind right now with how much there's going on. So for enemies, we're definitely going to be seeing Lizalfos and Chews. So Moblins and Bokoblins. I promise I'll remember it one day, as I keep saying. Oh gosh, Moblins and Bokoblins, obviously. What else have we got? Help me out here. That is a good question. I wonder if we'll go to see the Blights. I mean, we can't really fight them. I mean, not really. What if we get to fight as the Blights? Now that would be unique. Because, you know, they could do how they did it in Hyrule Warriors, the original. They had a story swap where you would play as Link and Zelda, and then you'd switch over and play as Ganondorf or Sia. Or something like that. And if they do bring back somebody like Sia, does that mean that this game is actually canon? Because that would bring up a lot of questions about the timeline, and it would probably answer quite a few too, honestly. I mean, what's the one thing we want from Breath of the Wild? Is this the joke I was going to lead with? Darn it. I'm going to say, what's the one thing we want of Breath of the Wild? Another one! Or, you know, a timeline. Okay, anyways, let's actually stick on topic here. So, do we think we're going to be seeing fairies? I mean, outside of just a healing thing. Are we going to have cooked food instead of potions? Are we going to have the King of Hyrule as a playable character? Or are we just going to have to defend him like a general or something like that? Because that would be very interesting. I'd like to see his fall. And, oh my gosh, wouldn't Hyrule Castle be like a perfect map? Oh my gosh. They'd probably have to expand out how big it is, you know, to make it more of a Dynasty Warriors thing. That would be brilliant. And instead of having dark versions of everybody, we could instead have Calamity versions of everybody. And what if the Blood Moon comes out during one of our big fights? I mean, what if they have it where the Blood Moon just decides to whip out and just revive everybody? I don't think that technically counts until Calamity Ganon comes out. Or do we get to see the rise of Calamity Ganon? Maybe we get to see that there's some wizard who brought him up, like Girahim brought up Demise back in Skyward Sword. Oh my god. I am so glad I winged this! I'm just blowing my own mind right now. Oh my gosh. I would love to see Link will return and become canon, I'm not gonna lie. I love the idea of somebody who believes in the legend of the hero and got it just slightly wrong and still does it and still becomes a hero, and I just want somebody who uses cuckoos, okay? Now that would be a good one if we get to play as a cuckoo. That would be amazing. I can't remember her name. I know she says Snap. Because I'm doing an everything before Impa run right now, and I can't see her, and it's killing me, honestly. I miss my bombs. I really, really miss my bombs. Well, Bombs Plus. And Stasis Plus, and... Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. So I definitely like to see the Master Sword be something that doesn't, you know, isn't a big thing until we get it. You know, I'd like to have to earn the Master Sword for sure. I wonder if we could actually earn different runes for Zelda's state for... Help me out here. Frig on a stick. The Sheikah Slate. I would like to see her get the Sheikah Slate. I'd like to see her discover its uses. But honestly, I think the runes are going to be different combos and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. Or maybe we'll have to work with only one rune at a time. And like Stasis whips out some random object and throws it at somebody. Or they connect to somebody. And I'm trying to say magnesis, not stasis. Like Cryonis, maybe we could use it like Varuta did. Where we throw frickin' ice balls at people, which would be freaking awesome. Which would make you wonder if it's just because that's her magic that brought that out. Excuse me, I'm so excited that I'm just not taking care of myself, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I would love to see the Deku Tree. That would be like the best ending thing, where Zelda goes and puts the Master Sword to the Deku Tree. And she just... yeah. And that's just the end of it. before going off and fighting off Calamity Ganon. That would be also awesome. Or maybe Input did it. I don't know. I don't remember enough right now because I'm so excited and I'm just like, yeah. Welcome to Hero spazzing out because they're so excited. Molduga! We could face off against Molduga and Lynels! What if we could play as a Molduga or a Lynel? What if we can play as a Lynel? I'm sorry, everybody, say it with me. Let's play as a Lynel. Now I'm going to pretend that all of you said that, or maybe I'll have to go edit in my own voice over and over again. I'm too lazy. Anyways, so I'm hoping that we get a Molduga to fight. Oh my gosh, we could do so many pieces of it. I was like, oh, but what if we don't have enough maps? Are you kidding me, Hero? We could go to the frozen tundra. We could go into all the different Rito areas and stuff like that. We could, you know, we could play as each of the champions towards the very end here. You know, they all go off in their own separate directions and they have to fight to get to the Divine Beast. And then it swaps, where you become the Blight who defeats the champions. I honestly don't know if I could do that to Rabosa. Or Mifa. I could totally do it to Rivali, though. I mean, Rivali. He deserves it, right? With all of his arrogance. I can't keep a straight face. I'm sorry. No, I can't do it to Rivali either. I love him. I just want to go pet his wings. No, actually it's Taboo. I like the better. I think that's his name? Taboo? I think I'm mixing it up with Horizon Dawn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm really just winging it. So I would love to see that. Just, do you think Rivali would have a bow? Or would that just be standard equipment? I mean, what does Lincoln do without the stasis runes and the bombs and everything? I mean, if they're trying to make this canon and dialogue and all this other stuff friendly, we've got a lot of stuff going here. I mean, this is a lot of complicated things to try and figure out. I cannot wait to see what Koei Tecmo has pulled up with this. I cannot wait. I swore to myself I was going to play Cyberpunk, but I might just have to wait for the PS5 at this rate. I don't know. And I'm talking about waiting on the PS5 for months anyways, if I can't, you know, afford it and stuff like that. Depends on what's going on in my life. Okay. So, what else could we have? I wonder if we'll actually have to have, like, fights to save the Divine Beast or to even raise them up in the first place or something like that? Like, okay, let's say Urbosa is standing off in the thing where you have to go defend Urbosa while she takes control of the Divine Beast for the first time, while these waves of moblins and everybody's coming at you just to make it slow. And at the very end of that level, Urbosa just whips out, just says, nope, boom, and just, yeah. I'd like to see that, especially after all my shield surfing nonsense that keeps happening. One day I'll remember to equip a shield. One day. Okay. And I want to see, like, why they name each one the different names, because most of them are based on ancient legends. So I want to see their references to these ancient legends from OOT and stuff like that. I really, really want to see all of these different legends and everything. I want to see where all these discoveries, I want to see everything. I just want a movie inside of this game over and over again. There's so many amazing things they can do. I like to do a fight for the Spring of Power and the Spring of Wisdom. Well, Spring of Courage and Spring of Power, sorry. Spring of Wisdom is at the very end. Either way, I'd like to see a fight for that where we go and attack the monsters and everything like that. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely want a dog to go mess with Daruk. I definitely want a dog to go mess with one. Those cute little Hylian retrievers are just... Hylian retrievers, what more do I need to say? I want to see where the whole fear of them came from. Can you imagine battling it out in Death Mountain and Hebra and Gerudo and what is that? Wait, no, that'd be it. For those three, yeah. Maybe we get to explore Farron just for funsies, I don't know. Because they could do some amazing beach scenes on that. I love some of the beach scenes that we had in the Wind Waker maps. They were fantastic. Oh well. I think I've rambled your ears off long enough. All I want to say is that I am so hyped. I am so excited. I want to hear in the comments, what do you want to see from the Breath of the Wild prequel? Wait. Oh my gosh. If that means we just stop at Breath of the Wild 2, we have at least a trilogy of Breath of the Wild. A Breath of the Wild trilogy! That's not mine. I've trademarked it. I'm keeping it. I'm kidding. Okay. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. Comment and tell me what you want to see out of the Breath of the Wild prequel. Tell me what characters you want. Tell me what you want to see in general. I don't care if you write me a 5-page essay and I have to ask you for a Google Drive link to it, and I'll go ahead and read it on camera if you do. Well, you know, on mic, I don't do camera. But you get the point. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. Do like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on the next video.